Hello guys, in this tutorial, I'm going to solve question number 9, paper 33, November 2013, complex numbers. Without using the calculator for this part, we have quadratic equation, but the coefficients are given complex. How to use the quadratic formula to solve it, give your answer in the form of a plus bi. First, you have to identify a, b, and c. A represent coefficient of z squared, which is 2 minus I, and the b coefficient of z, which is 2, c, which is 2 plus I. Then the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. Start to substitute values of a, b, and c, then simplify your answer. Negative b, which is negative 2 plus or minus square root b squared, which is 4 minus 4 times a, which is 2 minus I, c, which is 2 plus I. All divided by 2a. A is 2 minus I. Then start simplify. Z equals negative 2 plus or minus square root of 4 minus 4. When we have two complex number, one conjugate, you can expand and simplify. Or in case if a minus bi multiplied by a plus bi, so the final answer is a squared plus b squared. Because of I and I will be I squared, which is equal to negative 1, so negative is positive. So the difference between a minus b without I, a minus b into a plus b, the final answer is a squared minus b squared. But because we have now I, so I squared will be positive. So you can use the identity of the complex number directly, 2 minus I, to this part, 2 minus I and 2 plus I, directly we can write 4 plus 1. All divided by 2 into 2 minus I. Simplify more, z is equal negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 by 5, 24 minus 20 will be negative 16, divided by 2 into 2 minus I. So z is equal minus 2 plus or minus 4i. Square root of negative 16, we can write it like this. Square root of 16 and the square root of negative 1. Square root of 16 is 4. Root of negative 1 is I. And this is 4, so positive or negative 4i divided by 2 into 2 minus I. We can divide it all by 2, numerator and the denominator together, or we can take 2 outside up. To simplify more, minus 1 plus or minus 2i divided by 2 into 2 minus I, remove 2 with the 2. So the final answer is negative 1 plus or minus 2i divided by 2 minus I. Now we have two solutions, z1 and z2. z1 is minus 1 plus 2i divided by 2 minus I. And z2 is minus 1 minus 2i divided by 2 minus I. Still, you have to simplify and write your answer in the form of a plus bi. So multiply by the conjugate. z1 is minus 1 plus 2i divided by 2 minus I multiplied by 2 plus I divided by 2 plus I. So z1 is equal, expand the numerator. Minus 1 into 2 is minus 2, then minus I plus 4i plus 2i times I will be 2i squared divided by, using the identity, the first squared plus second squared. z1 is equal, I squared is minus 1, so minus 2 and the minus 2 is minus 4, minus plus 3i divided by 5. So z1 in its simplest form, minus 4 over 5 plus 3 over 5i. This is the first solution. Second one, you have also to continue multiply by the conjugate, simplify. In this case, don't try to use this information for any quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c. If there is a solution for this equation complex, so the other root will be its conjugate. This is in case of A, B, C are real, but this case is different. The coefficients of this equation is not real. So please don't try to say, so the second solution without calculation is same, but it changes sign. No, it's not. Let's start to simplify, and I will show you that Z2 is equal, multiplied by conjugate, minus 1 minus 2i, divided by 2 minus I, multiplied by 2 plus I over 2 plus I. Simplify more. Z2 is minus 1 and 2 is minus 2, minus I, minus 4i, minus 2i squared, divided by 4 plus 1. So Z squared is equal to, I squared is equal to minus 1, minus will be plus, this part cancel, minus 5i divided by 5, simplify more. So Z2 is equal to minus I. It's not conjugate. This is the final answer for part 1. Part B, the complex number W is defined by W is 2e fourth pi into I. In the Aragon diagram, points A, B, and C represent W. So this is the point A. Point B is W to the power of 3, means power 3, and E power fourth pi I all also to the power of 3, simplified will be 8 E to the power of 3/4 pi I. And point C represent W conjugate, means change the sign, means change the argument from positive to negative. So the answer will be 2e power of fourth pi negative into I. So this is the points A, B, and C. Draw the Argand diagrams, show the points A, B, and C, and calculate the area of triangle ABC. By drawing the XY coordinates, the real part represent horizontally, this represents the real part, and this represents the imaginary part. The first one, 2 represent the modulus, the distance between the origin and the complex number W, and fourth pi, the argument, the angle between x-axis and y. Let's start to show the first one. The angle pi over 4 means exact midpoint. Will be like this. Let's say this length is 2, and this angle is fourth pi. Fourth pi in red means 25 degrees. Let's say plot this point and represent A. For B, the modulus is 8, but the argument is 3/4 pi, in degrees is 135. This means point B in the second quadrant, but this side is double. Triple, it's 8. And the whole angle, this angle is 3/4 pi. You can subtract them, so the measure of this angle is 90. 3/4 pi minus 4th pi is pi over 2, which is 90 degrees. Plot this point is represent B. C, same 2, but angle is negative 4th pi, will be in the 4th quadrant. In the 4th quadrant, so like this, same exactly. This point represents C, and this angle is negative 4th pi. My question now is BC is a straight line? Yes. Because of what? This measure is 90 degrees, and the fourth point also will be 90 degrees. So this line is a straight line, because he asked to get the area of triangle ABC. Area of triangle ABC. Now it's clear. We have length of the base and the length of the height. Just one step, you can find the area of this triangle after proving that this will be a straight line and AO is perpendicular, so you can use it as a height. So the area of triangle ABC is equal half base into height. So half base is 8 and 2, the base is 10, and the height is 2. So when you simplify answer, it will be 10 square unit. This is the final answer for part B. Asked to get the area of triangle ABC. Thank you.